Good evening and welcome to this session of the live learning classes conducted by the Board of Studies of the Institute of Chartered Accountants of India. Yes, as Mr. Suman Goyal has been commenting, there has been some technical issue, no problem. We are now ready. Let me begin as usual with the invocation. Sahana Vavatu, Sahanau Bhunaktu, Saha Viryankaravavahai, Tejasvinavadhitamastu, Ma Vidvishavahai, Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Good evening again and welcome. I see a lot. I don't see many of you here, but then slowly it's getting on. Moving on. See, today I have a small feeling that we may have a little time on our hands. So don't ask any question now, but if you have any question for a previous topic, after this topic is over, if some time is there, we will do that. And some questions also I'm planning to discuss from these two topics. And then if time permits, then we will go for any other topic, but don't ask me explain that fully and all. Specific queries, if you have, or from the Institute material questions, that last, the final questions there, test yourself. If you have some doubts, you ask me how it is like that or not. Definitely, I will answer it for you. So we finished all this. We have come quite a long distance in this. Yes, we have come up to here. So we saw the procedure for registration of a charge and what is the duration of time and all that. Okay. Some of you are telling me that the BOS app is not working. Kindly check again. I'm sure it will be visible now. So, okay, kindly do that. I'm sure you will be able to see it. Now, so in the last class, we saw what is a charge, what are the types of charges, also why should the charge be registered, also just give me 1 minute. Sir, there seems to be an issue with the website. Can you check it again, sir, please? I'm getting a comment that video is not starting in the video is not starting. Can you come again on that, sir? Sir, I'm getting a comment that the video is not coming on the portal. Can you please handle that? Okay. Chalo. Good. So I think now everything is corrected. So kindly concentrate on what I'm saying. We saw the procedure and we also saw what will be the consequence of non-registration. And the serious consequence was the charge holder will lose the security. Therefore, we found that the charge holder, that is the lender, can himself or themselves register the charge. They can do it. Okay, and if they do that, any fees or additional fees they have paid or ad valorem fees can be recovered from the company. So this is what we saw. Then we saw what is the procedure when the charge holder registers. When the company registers it or the charge holder himself wants to register it, this is the time limit. I'm skipping this because this is only for those charges created before 2/11/2018. Now, that is all Purana wala kahani hai. Let's not bother about that. What we are now today, if you are going to get into a job tomorrow, you are not really worried about 2/11/2018, Baba. You are not worried about today. So, aaj to what has happened? Any charge created on or after 2/11/2018. So that charge, it should be registered within 30 days of creation. 30 days of date of creation. Creation, please understand. Creation means the date on which the mortgage deed is registered, the date on which the loan agreement is signed, the date on which the hypothecation agreement is signed. You understand? The date on which the agreement loan is signed. That is the date of creation of the charge. When the company, authorized representative signs the loan agreement or registers the mortgage deed. So that is the date on which the charge is created. From that date, you have to count 30 days. So, okay, you are not registered it in 30 days. Then the law gives you another 30 days. Okay. So within another next 30 days, that is 60 days from creation, you can file the charge with additional fees. As I told you, and I'm really not aware of the fees, there is a separate rules are there for fees. In that, you will find clearly fees is based on the authorized capital. It is a fixed amount based on authorized capital. It's on a table, slab rate. Okay. So it is not based on a percentage of the charge value. It is a fixed amount. Whether the charge is X or not, if it is that slab, it is a fixed amount. So on that basis, they give you additional fees also. Beyond 30 days, you have to pay additional fees. Okay. If you have missed that 30 days also, okay, the company secretary has been sleeping, then they still give you another 60 days, means further period of 60 days. So from the date of registration from the date of creation, you have 30 plus 30 plus 60, 120 days. So within that extra 60 days, if you are going to file it, then the fee will not be just a lump that based on slab fixed amount, but you have to pay ad valorem. Ad valorem means based on value. Ad valorem is a Latin term, which says based on value. So based on value means it will be a percentage of the value, right? For example, in those days, excise duty, even GST is still ad valorem, right? GST is ad valorem. You charge 18% on the invoice, which is ad valorem, which means you charge a percentage on the value of the bill. So that is ad valorem. Okay. So that you have to pay ad valorem fees. Ad valorem fees will be very high now because suppose it's a 20 crore loan. I don't know what the percentage is, but let's say it's 2%. It's still big amount here. So it will end up paying a huge amount. So the lesson I'm learning here is better to go for filing it within 30 days. Suppose due to inadvertent or some unavoidable delay, for another 60 days, do that. Okay. So if you still miss it, another 60 days. But even after 120 days, the charge has not been registered by the charge holder or by the company, then there is another procedure. We will see that a little later. But as of now, you have violated the law. Because charges are to be compulsorily registered. It is not a favor you are doing to the creditor or it is a duty to the law. You have to file because any person to whom you are going to go for a loan, you ask for a loan, public, they are entitled to see your charge register and find out if this company has created a charge on that asset. So it is a public information which you have to give. It is compulsory. Okay. Dates-based example we will not give now. When I come to assignment, I will give you date-based. Don't worry. You create your own dates, na bhaiya. What is your big deal? You create your own date, ma. You create charge is created today. Today is what? 22, 23. Count 30 days. You count 30 days. Don't include today. Date of creation of charge, don't include. Then start counting 30. Okay. So 20, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29. 30, November, 30. 7 days. So 7 days. Then that means out of 37 gone. Balance 23. So 23rd. Before 23rd of December, you have to file the charge. That is 30 days. You skip, you miss it, what happens? Another 30 days you count. You got it? Another 30 days you count. Simply counting was. How difficult is it for you to count? Can the fees be recovered back? No. I think you have not understood the point at all, Mr. Srinivasan. Register the asset. Sir, you are borrowing from a company, from some lender, sir. For that, you are giving an asset as a security. Try to understand what I mean when I say security. Sir, when you borrow for your housing loan, what you'll do? You'll give your that house will become the security. Like that, company is taking a loan based on the security of the asset. So the asset is not getting registered. Maybe you understand. Maybe you have to really understand the topic better. The asset is not being registered. The loan, the charge created is being registered. For that, why should they refund the fee? It's a penal. It is a penal amount that they are charging you for delay. You simply jolly well pay it, give them a chat and go. No refund, nothing. But if the creditor pays it, if you are by we, if you mean the creditor, if you mean the charge holder, suppose the charge holder, see the company delays 30 days, then another 60 days, then the charge holder gets angry. So he goes to the registrar and he registers. Then if any ad valorem fee is paid by him, means the charge holder, that can be recovered from the company. Okay. You got it? The registrar will give you nothing. No what you call recovered back and all, nothing. Okay. Now, any subsequent registration of a charge shall not prejudice any right acquired in respect of any property before the charge is actually registered. See, quickly, suppose any of you is facing any technical problem, please do not contact me on the query pad. I'm sure there is some help desk or something, some method of contacting the Board of Studies. Contact them. Contact them. And they will guide you accordingly. Because again, I'm in a dilemma because some people are able to listen and ask, some people are not. So your personal problem, don't make it a public problem. Ask talk to the Board of Studies, get it corrected, or whatever you have to do, you do it. Okay. Today there seems to be some issue with regard to logging into the app. Okay, I cannot resolve it. I have to keep on going because the time given to me is clear. In fact, later on, you download the video lecture, and you listen to it. That is always possible. The video lectures are available. There are many students who, due to job or some other compulsions, could not attend live. So what they have done is they have downloaded my videos and listened to my videos. And they have cleared the exam with 60%. I can give you assurance. Just by listening to the video lectures, they have cleared. It's their belief that has helped them. And some of the people are confirming, Suman Goyal and all, that you can see it on YouTube. If that is a solution, go for a solution. Yeah. Okay. I always keep telling people in my office, anywhere I go now, solve the problem. Don't waste time talking about the problem. Do something to solve the problem. And nobody else will solve your problem. Your problem you have to solve. Again and again, when you go around demanding the administration, mechanism, faculty, somebody other than you should solve your problem. If that is the attitude you have now, I'm not talking about ABC here. I'm talking in general about all people. The minute a person says, my problem can be solved only by somebody else, their life will be controlled by those other people. But the minute you take the decision, somehow I will solve my problems in some method, suddenly the solutions will start coming to you. Rather than only the problem, asking people solve it first and then do this and all. In my life, including my father, nobody has helped me. Nobody bothered to help me. Nothing. Every bit of my life, everything in my life, personally I have done. I have nobody to whom I can go and say, solve my problem. No. My problem I solved. Okay. Believe me when I say this. Okay. Don't take it otherwise. As you are all youngsters, just to take this from me. The more we demand others to solve our problem, now we are becoming lifelong dependent. The minute I tell, I will solve my problem, I will have no problem. Some other solution will be coming. Okay, that is how we cleared the exam. That is how we set up a practice. That is how we built a practice. You understand? If everything somebody has to do something for you, then only you can do it. It will take a long time for us to succeed in our life. Okay, I am telling this in very neutral tone, without any intention to hurt anybody, but because you're all youngsters, I want you to take this message from Srikanth, who is 58 years old. Okay, if you see my life, you'll be very surprised. My own father told you, if you want to practice on your own. Don't come near my practice. From that day, I started, not even the examination. Nobody there to guide. Nobody there to tell coaching class and all. Thing. So that is a type of thing. Okay, don't worry. Some more problems will be solved. Huh? The more and more we create problem, now the more and more we say this is a problem, that is a problem. More and more in our life, problems only will keep coming. More and more we say I will solve the problem. More and more the solutions will start coming. So I totally understand your current difficulty, but this is not about this current difficulty. This is about a general attitude towards life. Take it from me. Believe me when I say don't get angry with me. Getting angry with me will not solve your problem. Take the wisdom that I'm giving you from me. Take that into your heart and see suddenly how your life will change when you decide. Many people ask me, sir, how you got All India rank? You tell me now. This is how. Not by telling to people, you do this for me, you do that for me. If the institute does this, I will get it. Institute, but you give me, I will take it. And I will do it. Once that attitude is there, you. Sorry if I wasted your time, but this is something you might want to think. Today seems to be an extraordinary day. That seems to be a problem. I just did. If company record confiscated by ED or CBI and unable to file the registrar of charge to ROC, can this exactly, Karthik ji? Give me a little time. I will explain this to you. Due to some extraordinary circumstances, if you are not able to file within even that extra 60, 120 days, for some genuine reasons, because you are saying ED or CBI unable to file, agreed. Boss, you go to the filing of the registration of charge, why the ED will take it? Let us say that he has taken the document. You go to him and tell him, boss, only for this purpose I need, give me. There is a procedure there for taking copies of documents. Come to the registrar. Registrar does not want original documents. Okay, you have all authorities who seize documents are bound to give you copies. Please. Whether ED or CBI or Income Tax Department or GST, if they seize any documents, whether they rely on it or not, you are entitled to take copies. You can go to him and say, all these documents, I need copy. He has to give it to you. It is a formal request. You need not have to beg him also. He will give it to you. Okay. So, okay, I go with your comment. Due to some reason, you are not able to do it. You are giving one reason, some reason you are not able to do it. Chalo, no problem. What to do, I will tell you later. There is a method for, as you have used the word beautifully, you can get a condonation for the delay. You can. But how to do it? In a very short while, I will tell you. Any subsequent registration of a charge, please note the word subsequent registration of a charge, shall not prejudice any right acquired in respect of any property before the charge is actually registered. See, when a charge is created, it has to be registered within 30 days. Or another 30, 60, or another 60, 120 days. Suppose the charge is not registered within 120 days, you can still go to the tribunal and get approval and file. But that will be beyond 120 days. Okay, so that charge would be registered only after 120 days. A subsequent registration. But in the meantime, suppose there is another charge on the same asset. Another charge on the same asset, which is registered within 50 days or 60 days. Are you able to understand? Then that registered charge now, which was registered within 60 days, that will be superior to the charge which is registered subsequently 120 days later. So what is important is not date of creation of charge, but the date of actual registration. So earlier we saw a charge holder, when a charge is not registered, he will lose security. Suppose the charge is registered belatedly, suppose the charge is registered beyond the due date, then the charge holder will also lose what is known as priority. Between two creditors, both are having charge. Who will have greater control? Whose charge is created earlier? No. Whose charge is registered earlier? So, a subsequent registration shall not prejudice, means shall not be negative for any right acquired in respect of any property before the charge is actually registered. So, for all intents and purposes, the date of actual registration of the charge only will be considered. Got it? Now, since you wanted some examples and all that, here we go with a simple example for you. which could also answer your, this. Charge first registered shall, don't use the word supremacy, use the word priority. Charge first registered shall have priority. Charge first registered shall have priority. So two words we are using, security, priority. So by non-registration, charge holder loses security. By delayed registration, he may lose priority. Okay. So here is an example. Bank A means one bank. Bank A has advanced rupees 1 crore to Akash Limited. Okay. Against the security of the company's land and building at Mulund. Got it. So Bank A has given 1 crore. We shall presume that the Mulund property is worth a lot of money, much more than 1 crore. Please don't ask that question. I am now clarifying. The Mulund property is worth much more than 1 crore. Okay. Clear? So first they have taken a loan. Advanced means given a loan. Bank A has given a loan of rupees 1 crore to Akash Limited against the security of the company's land and building at Mulund. Right. The charge was created by deposit of title deeds. How? That's a method. That is, instead of registering the charge, which will be a huge stamp duty, what they do, they will register what is known as Memorandum of Deposit of Title Deed, MODD, which is called MODD, Memorandum of Deposit of Deed, by which they'll pay a nominal fee. I think it's 2% or 1%. They'll pay and they will get it registered. Very, very nominal fee they pay and they get it registered. So that way it is not a full registration of the mortgage, but only equitable mortgage. It is called equitable mortgage, where the entire value is not registered, but the fact that that property has been offered as a security for so much, and that the title deeds have been deposited with so-and-so bank is recorded. That's why it's called Memorandum of Deposit of Title Deeds. So this charge was created by deposit of title deeds on 1st June 2019. So the bank and the company representative will go to the registrar's office, sub-registrars, not the registrar of companies. There is another guy, the revenue registrar is there, to whom stamp duty will be paid. They go to his office and there is a document, MODD document, they will register that. Okay. And so the charge was created on 1st June 2019. The company did not register the charge within 30 days. Done. Subsequently, the charge was registered on 13th August 2019. Means, going by, somebody wanted an example, now is an example here. 1st June 2019, 30 days. So, 1st of July 2019, not registered. See, some of my examples are pre-pandemic. Don't worry, the dates do not matter. The principle is more important. Suppose I change the date to 2023, nothing is going to happen. The date will become changed, that's all. But the principle is more important. 1st June 2019, the company should have registered on 1st July, 30 days, no? 1st July 2019. They did not do it. Then another thing is that they should have registered it on or before 1st August 2019. No, 31 days in August. Na? So if you take first, then second, another 30 days. No, so 1st to 30th. So on or before 30th, they should have done it. They have not done. 31st August over 13th. So beyond 60 days, they still have time to file it within 120 days. So this company is filing it within 120 days. 13th August. So they have paid ad valorem fees. And they have provided sufficient costs. For example, like my friend Karthik was saying, our documents are taken by ED, something like that. Whatever it is, they have paid it, registered when 13th August. In the meantime, another bank B, has advanced rupees 2 crore to Akash Limited. Again, I'm repeating, don't get doubt. Mulund property worth much more than 3 crores. So it is well sufficient to cover these two loans. That is why these two banks are giving. So don't have such factual doubts. Whether the property is worth, that is not your problem. The property is worth. Otherwise, Bank B is a fool to give another 2 crores on the same property. So they have given 2 crores. Okay. against the security of the same property on 20th June 2019. Now, this charge was duly registered on 27th June. I think that Bank B was intelligent bank. They realized that this fellow Akash Limited will not do it. So they took the documents and they registered it through their own company secretary. Pakka, they registered it on 27th June. My dear friends, think about it. At the time of lending, both of them knew that they can get their money. One fellow lent on 1st June, created charge. Second fellow created charge on 20th June. Right? Got it? Now, the earlier created charge got registered very late, whereas the later created charge got registered well in time. Well in time, within 30 days. Okay. Subsequently, Akash Limited goes into liquidation and the property realizes only rupees 2 crores. That is why I'm keeping on telling, don't worry whether the property is worth and all. At that time, when they lent, they assumed that it is worth. Right. But subsequently, Akash Limited goes into liquidation and the property realizes only rupees 2 crores. One more thing, my dear friends, A bank and Bank A and Bank B are not having pari passu. Bank A and when Bank B lent, they have not taken pari passu. They have taken second charge only. Only after Bank A is paid, Bank B will get. Technically, because the charge is created earlier and later. But Bank B ka charge got registered earlier. Bank A got registered late. Subsequently, Akash Limited goes into liquidation. Property realizes only 2 crore. Now, who will get it? Bank A or Bank B or both? Means 1 crore to Bank A, 1 crore to Bank B, one option. Okay. 2 crore entirely to Bank B, one option. Got it? So, there are only two options. You can't go beyond. Bank B gets the entire 2 crore or Bank A gets 1 crore, Bank B gets 1 crore. So, which is the correct answer? Now, the answer is Bank B will receive its loan back fully. But Bank A will not realize anything. This is very serious problem. This is not, see, security is there. Suppose Bank A had registered their charge well in time. The Bank A charge had been registered well in time, meaning within 30 days from the date of creation or whenever, at least before our friend, this guy's charge. See, this fellow created on 27th now. Suppose their charge had been registered on 25th of June. No problem. Then Bank A also and Bank B. Then automatically what will happen? Bank A will get 2. But only 1 crore they have to take. Balance 1 crore will come to Bank B because first charge holder will get entirely. The second charge holder will get balance. That is how it should have been. But because of the delay in registration, Bank A will get nothing, whereas Bank B will receive fully. Because the subsequent registration of the charge in favor of Bank A will not prejudice the right of Bank B, which obtained its right, means the right of security, before the charge in favor of Bank A was actually registered. Thus, Bank B gets priority over Bank A, even though its charge was created later. This is a very, very, practical case study, which more than 20 years ago, I used this case study. It's real life case study. Okay. So, can the same property be put as security? Why not? If the bank is willing to give, because there are many properties where syndicated loans are there. Where I got one single property worth 100 crore. One bank cannot lend. I need 50 crore. One bank cannot lend. They say I cannot take that entire 50. So they will split it. So they will be holding that property as security. Between them, they will have an agreement by which syndicate. It's called a syndicate, where 3 or 4 banks will come together and hold one property or one undertaking as a security. It's a common. This is very common in banking and finance. So that is all. Okay. Sometimes we can go to one bank, but if you want to go to the second bank now, you have to get approval from the first bank. Today, I think there is a rule which says you cannot. If you see, this first bank says I can't give and the property is worth with the NOC, no objection from the first bank, you can borrow from the second bank. No problem. Correct. So, correct. All of you have understood the concept of priority. If both banks get their charge registered on the same day, then, beautifully put point. Then also, in my example, Bank A is having first charge, Bank B is having second charge. Then Bank A will get the first full amount, and whatever is left over, Bank B will get. In my example, your real question should be, if both banks get it registered on the same day, not necessary. All that they need to do is ensure that they have pari passu right. The Bank B should say, I want pari passu, not second charge. The minute Bank B becomes pari passu, then, and both the charges are registered on time, need not be on the same day. So long as both the charges are registered, then no problem. Earlier charge will get both are pari passu. So in this example, pari passu charge means what will happen? Both will get, this will get 1/3, that will get 2/3. So 1/3 into 2 crore, 2/3 into 2 crore. So, okay. So that is how it is. So this is one example I thought I could share with you. Then. Now, we already know this, but still section 80 makes it official. Okay. All charges registered with the registrar are public documents. Where any charge is registered under section 77, any person acquiring such property, assets, undertaking, or part thereof, or any share or interest therein, shall be deemed to have notice of the charge. Deemed. So this is nothing but your good old constructive notice. So the minute I register it, I don't have to come and personally tell you. If you want to lend money to me, it shall be deemed that the lender has notice of the charge. Thus, every person proposing to deal with the company should verify first whether the asset has any charge by going through the record of charges maintained at the Registrar of Companies before entering into the transaction. In case he enters into the transaction without making any inquiry and later on suffers loss because of charge, he cannot claim the loss from the company. This is nothing but doctrine of constructive notice. Once I give the register, third parties cannot say, you have not told me. Okay, this is pure legal recognition of the doctrine of constructive notice. Legal recognition of the doctrine of constructive notice. Okay, section 80. Now we have finished creation of charge and registration. We now move to satisfaction of charge. Friends, they are not using the words payment or repayment. They are using the word satisfaction. Satisfaction means any method by which the lender says the property is released from the charge. Need not only be repayment. So I may repay the amount fully. Definitely, the property will be released from the charge. That's simple, straightforward. Another method, I may give a better security. I may give another property as security, release this property, satisfaction. Or I may go to the charge holder and tell him, boss, I cannot pay. You do whatever you want, go to court. Instead, you give me some lower amount, I will pay. Waive the interest, something, take a haircut, like that. So the bank agrees. So they take that amount, that's called OTS, one-time settlement. Once the OTS amount I pay, they have to release it. Okay, so there are many methods by which they can get satisfaction of charge. I hope you have understood. See, this topic, is, as I keep on telling you, it is very interesting because this is practical. I'm not joking. Later on, when you come to your job, the knowledge that this topic knowledge, if you're strong now, your company secretary and MD will be astounded. Oh, the CFO with a chartered accountant is able to give such intricate legal knowledge like that. Okay. So a certain degree of legal knowledge will be very useful to you in your finance line. Of course, if it is going very deeply into law, you can always say take a legal opinion, etc. But to a great extent, you can give proper advice. See, like that. So this is something that you have to, if you keep it in mind, it will be very good. In fact, many times, clients will come to you with non-finance, non-accounting queries. At that time, even some of them will be legal or company law related. So you will be the person to whom they will come first. The chartered accountant will be the first person. Then once you direct them, they will go to the appropriate professional like company secretary, cost accountant or advocate, whoever. Okay, first point of stop will be you. As a practicing CA or as a CFO, they'll come to you first. The initial meeting with the MD and board, they will call you and say, what do you think? See, informally you can give them your view. But say, sir, better you get it confirmed also. These are methods of enhancing your reputation. Okay. So this is my suggestion. Of course, you can be very strict and say, sir, you are paying me only for income tax and finance. This is not my job. Go to somebody else. You can always say that. Nothing wrong in that. Now, so satisfaction of charge should also be intimated. Are you able to understand? Should also be intimated. So, just as you registered the creation of the charge, similarly, you have to register satisfaction of charge. Only then the chapter gets closed. So, the complete record. So, the law says, 82 read with rule 8 says, company shall give intimation to the registrar in form number CHG4 within 30 days of payment or satisfaction. Payment is very clear. I write a check for the entire amount, throw it at the face, take them. But other satisfaction, I give some other security, like that. There's no satisfaction. It is the duty of the company to intimate. If not intimated, the registrar may allow giving of intimation within 300 days. So, within 300 days of payment, provided you pay additional fees. Okay. So, they have 300 days. It's a long period, 300 days, 10 months approximately. Okay. So, once the intimation is given, then the registrar will send a notice to the holder of the charge holder. Obviously, because company is intimating. So, the charge holder should give no objection. Whether to show cause within 14 days as to why payment or satisfaction should not be recorded. Suppose the charge holder writes and says, we have not received full payment. Company is doing some nonsense. Don't register. If cause is shown, then the registrar shall record a note in the register of charges and shall inform the company. Say, we are not noting the satisfaction. Please go back to the creditor. If no cause is shown, means no reply, then the registrar shall register the satisfaction or payment and issue a certificate of registration of satisfaction of charge in form number CHG5. Okay, CHG5. So, from an auditing perspective, I would strongly advocate documentation. Whenever you see a charge, you should verify the register of charge. Whenever you see loan, secured loan, first you should go to the register of charges maintained by the company. Check it. Note down the points. Then go to the registrar's site and check whether this charge has been, or ask the company to produce. Why should you go and check? Ask those fellows to give you a proper proof that this charge has been registered within the time. Then, if any charge has been paid during the year, verify whether satisfaction has been registered. See the complete story of that charge, whether it has been completely closed. Because even if you find that there is any discrepancy, it is a qualification issue. See, because in your audit report, you are going to say, later on when you come to audit report, I tell you whether you are going to comment about compliance with Companies Act. Not just if in accounting complaint. Companies Act complaints they are going to confirm in your statutory audit report. So that is why you have to see everything. That is why your knowledge of this subject is very, very important from an auditing perspective. Right? Now, in case, suppose that intimation in form number CHG4, in case that CHG4 is signed by the holder of the charge. If the charge holder is also signing it, then there is no need for notice. You don't have to give a notice to the holder of the charge. No need for notice to holder of charge if that charge holder is signing that CHG4. So usually what we do, we go to the bank and say, Baba, satisfaction, please sign. You also sign here with the seal, blah, and all. Your officer that, they'll be having unique number, everything you sign. and you give it to me and upload it through their digital signature also. So that's it. So there's no need for further notice to the charge holder. He has signed it. Then why should he? This is the procedure when intimation by company. Now, here is the situation. A is buying a property. Property is subject to a charge. Now, let me see. Hello, does it mean that lender says, no, sir. Satisfaction means some method of payment has happened. Payment is one method of satisfaction. Another method of satisfaction is I give a better security. Or I pay a lesser amount, but the lender says I'm happy. All this will be documented. Hello, it won't be just word of mouth or something. Everything will be documented. And that once it is documented, that document has to be filed with the registrar. Okay. Then they will ask. So that along with that CHG4, you will be filing documents. You will be filing the proof of payment and all that. Got it? In that CHG4, you will give all the details. So once the charge holder signs it, it amounts to his acceptance. The word satisfaction, I hope you have understood. Satisfaction means other than payment. Some other method of satisfaction. Now, the registrar can make entries with respect to satisfaction and release, even if no intimation has been received by him from the company. See, suppose a company sells a property, which is subject to a charge. The buyer pays to the bank. See, there is a property worth 5 crore in Mulund. You are buying it from the company. There is a charge of 2 crore from the bank. So the bank has to be paid 2 crore. You are buying the property, value fixed at 5 crore. You are clearly put in the deed, part of the consideration will be paid directly to the bank. So you pay to the bank 2 crore. The bank releases the document. You take the original, you take the parent document, you take the documents. Then you go to the registrar's office. You register, the company registers the property. Once they register the property, you throw 3 crore at their face. Deed is thrown at their face, they run away. Or maybe you make the bank transfer, then he comes and registers you, whatever it is. Transaction over. You have acquired the property. But in the registrar's office, the charge is still open. See, legally you are the owner, Baba. Nobody can deny that. Deed has been registered in favor, bank has given you NOC, everything over. All documents are there. But the ROC record still shows the charge is open. Who has to intimate the charge? The company. No, that company only fails to register. Simply they keep quiet, don't they? They are busy doing all sorts of nonsense. So who is the affected party now? You, because you are the buyer. No, that is the charge. So who has to release it? So you have to go to the registrar. Okay. So and inform, in case of any registered charge, if evidence is shown to the satisfaction of the registrar that the debt has been satisfied in whole or in part, or the part of the property or undertaking has been released from the charge and has ceased to form part of the company's property, then the registrar may enter in the register of charges a memorandum of satisfaction. So here the company is not going. Bank obviously will not bother because why should they go? They got the money. So who is the only affected guy here? You, the buyer. I mean, assuming that in this case you are the buyer, so you are the affected party. So you have to go. So what I'm saying. See, if you keep on saying somebody should do, who will do? Company is not doing, the bank is not doing, nobody will do. You have to go and do it. So you have to go to the registrar. You hire a good advocate or a good chartered accountant. He will do it for you. You go to the registrar's office, inform the registrar, get it done, so that the charge will be noted as satisfied. Okay. Rutraj Honmani is giving a comment, but I'm not very comfortable. Is it just a joke or are you seriously telling? Okay. So, the word satisfaction is a legal term, sir. Don't take it that it is a relaxed way. The word satisfaction is a very, very legal term. Okay. Satisfaction means any method of settling the loan other than by payment. Okay. So, I want you to know this because you should not think that only repayment of loan will be the only way. There are many methods by which loan may be charge. In fact, there is one more method. It's a little complicated, but see here, that's what they're talking about. The part of the property or undertaking has been released from the charge. See, Rituraj, instead of commenting about bank owner, daughter and all, you listen to me, you will understand the subject better. See, suppose the cement factory is there now. The cement factory is situated on, let us say, 50 acres of land. Means the entire land is 50 acres. But the factory is there only on 25 acres or 30 acres. So another 10 to 15 acres is free. Now, when you offered that land and building, the undertaking, the bank got the entire land and building. Now, you want to sell only 10 acres for some purpose. Cash, releasing the cash or whatever. You want to sell only 10 acres. Out of 50 acres, you want to sell only 10 acres. Are you able to understand? Now, it's a very, very complicated legal issue, sir. You want to really understand subject. Unless you simply joke, then nothing can be done. And we have done the things like that. See, the entire 50 acre land, 10 acre is not having any building, nothing. It is available. Company wants to sell it. Okay. The loan taken, is there. But the amount of loan is easily covered by the remaining 40 acres. So when you take the value of the remaining 40 acres, the loan is fully covered. So the bank is not losing anything. So you go to the bank and you tell them, sir, you know very well I'm suffering for cash flow. You are also not increasing my limit, CC limit. I badly need another 5 crores, 6 crores. You are not giving it to me. Whereas I'm able to sell this 10 acres for easily 30 crores. Okay? Now, so I have taken 100 crore from you. For that, the remaining portion is there. Now, what you do? We will divide, survey number wise, we will divide it. You clearly release this 10 acre for me. Are you able to understand? Part of the property, we will release it. The balance 40 acres, you keep it. Okay? We will register another MODD, fresh MODD. You don't have to give me anything more. For the existing loan, 40 crore over. The 10 acre, you don't need it for that. You release it. You give me proof, you give me satisfaction. Are you able to understand, Rituraj, what we mean by satisfaction here? Bank is not getting any money, but they are happy with the existing security. So they are saying, we are happy, take it, and they will release it. So this is a very, very important legal document. You have to go to the registrar's office, clearly divide which part of it is survey number, which survey numbers are going to continue, and which survey numbers are getting released. That released 10 acre, now you can go sell it. Now, if you are going to be a very intelligent chartered accountant, you should look at it from the point of view of 3 people. Point of view of the company, documentation should be pakka, the 10 acres should be clearly demarcated and separated. Then again you have to file fresh charges. Are you able to understand? It's a modification. Friends, are you able to understand? This is a modification of the original charge. The value of the security has now come down, but it is still enough to cover the loan. So, for the company, there is a modification of charge to be registered. For the bank, that modification should be registered, that's all. For them, there is no big deal. Satisfaction has to be registered. Are you able to understand? To the extent of the 10 acres, satisfaction has to be registered. So, that is also done. Now, you are the buyer of the 10 acres. You have to be very, very careful whether correct survey numbers have been released. So, the survey number that you are going to buy should be clearly released survey numbers. It's a seriously tricky legal issue. Okay. So we have to do a lot of work, and which is why, our work is very, very, very meticulous work. See, I am the first man to have a lot of fun, jokes and all that. But when it comes to my profession, when it comes to my job, when it comes to my 600 clients, I will be very, very meticulous. No jokes, no fun, nothing. Because for my client, it's his life. We have to do our job correctly. I'm not using your, I'm using my, shall we say, negligence, my inability to handle the work properly should not prejudice or affect negatively my client. See, this is, I don't know if you will agree that this is professional ethics, but for me, this is professional ethics. I have to bring that extent of meticulousness to my job. So, I have given you example of, so you have to take it as this, okay? So, this is how it should be done. There are many, many examples I can give you. From my life, I can give you 100 examples. This is one example where 10 acre got separated. Another example is where you give him another property. You see, one of my clients had a huge property in heart of city. So they wanted to develop it, something. So they said, we'll give you another property in little outside, but huge property. Much more than this value-wise. So they exchanged it. This is the exchange of property. That's also satisfaction. So there are many, many examples that we can give of. Idea is simple. Your companies and commercial entities, they want to do business. So what they want to do, you have to give a solution. If your job is only be according to Section 83, according to Section 20 or like that, then what sort of a professional are you? Your knowledge of income tax, your knowledge of company law, your knowledge of whichever subject you think you are an expert should be to give solution in such a way that they do not violate the law. See, your solution again should not be crooked. It should be clear solution, which means you might have to give them other advice also. Not within the framework. This is how to change the factual position so that they come within the framework of the law. Okay? Now, so this is my humble view, sir, because I tell you that 35 years now, I've been practicing for 35 plus now. 35. 1987, you take 2022. Okay, so more than 35 years now. This has been one of my core ethics. My client should not be affected because of my ignorance or negligence. Thereafter, if I give some bullshit, that doesn't work. In my dictionary, it doesn't work, sir. Okay? It doesn't work for me. For me, my conscience is more important than anything else. So, that is why we have to be razor's edge sharp in our knowledge. Why do you think the institute is having such tough exams? Many people think, institute exam can be easier. I'm saying it should not be. If you really want to be proud of being a chartered accountant, you should go through a tough exam. Because the real tough exam, my dear friend, is not in the exam hall. Once you clear the CA, the real exam starts. The real exam starts. And there's no syllabus. There is no board of studies material. Only the direct Bar Act is there. The direct, reference books are there. The case laws are there. The client is sitting in front of you. Okay? And solution. Okay? This is the real world out there, my dear friends. Going beyond your board of studies and your institute thing, there's a world there. That is why the institute has made our exam very tough. So that when somebody says, I am a member of the institute, the world will know that he is worthy. Okay? That is the point. Chalo. So, now we come to Karthik ji. Hypothetical question. Hypothetical, let us see what I am going to do. Apologies for asking. If company want to pledge shares in subsidiary company, to the company notify the subsidiary company should also register. Hey, good question. Why do you say it is? Why should you apologize for a valid question? See, my dear friend Karthik, let us understand your question. Company wants to pledge the shares the subsidiary company. So, you are looking at depository and the depository will note as in lien or under lien. That's all. That's all. And that, if I'm an individual, suppose I'm a company, then it becomes a charge and has to be registered and within 30 like that. So to answer your question very clearly, not hypothetically, do the company notify the subsidiary or subsidiary should also register? The holding company only should notify the registrar. All this procedure is there for them. Subsidiary, nothing. They can run naked, no problem, because as far as they are concerned, it is only share capital. I hope you understood the logic of my answer. Forget. See, right, wrong comes later. Logic is more important. Have you understood the logic? So, when the company shifted the register office from one registrar to another registrar, then also the company has informed about the change of ROC. No. Hello, what are you? Sir, change of registered office, there's a separate procedure. We have seen now. Change of registered office, there's a separate procedure for that. You remember, you have to, that is, you're talking about from one registrar to another registrar, same state. There's a procedure, you have to go to the regional director, get it done. In which case, your entire record will now move from one registrar to another registrar, including charges. You don't have to inform the charge holders and all. No need. Anyway, see, if you're moving from one ROC to another ROC, no need. Only when you're moving from one state to another state, the creditors will have to be informed. That's on a different point, not charge holder, but creditors have to be informed. That's on a different point. Nothing to do with charge. Okay, that is your intimate. But their objection can also be heard. But nothing to do with charge. Once the charge is registered, one more thing, today, geography is history, which means whether this guy you are in Mumbai or whether you are in Indore, it doesn't matter. Because online, I can see from wherever you are from United States of America, I can see the registrar's website. So there's real no need for you to. So to answer your question, no need. No, I am not saying that at all. Becoming CA is easy, but being CA is tough. No, I'm not saying that. I don't know what becoming CA is easy. I'm not saying it's easy. I'm not saying it's tough. I'm saying forget becoming CA. Being CA is tough. Actually, even that is not tough. I'm telling you. For me, becoming CA was also not tough. Means I took it in my stride. I had clarity. I did not get frightened. I understood what I'm doing. I understood what the subject is. In depth, I understood. Instead of shallow approaches, I went for deep understanding. I understood I thought like a chartered accountant. When I'm studying a topic, no, I won't read like a student, interested only in getting through the exam. No, I will think as if, hey, tomorrow if I am a chartered accountant, how will I get along? How will this impact me like that? Then automatically the subject becomes interesting to you. Then once it becomes interesting, then easily, so easy. Being a chartered accountant, it's not tough. It is a responsibility. Okay, that is also easy. It becomes tough only for people who are not having knowledge, who are not having the requisite expertise, but they want to be CA. Then they want to say, I'm a CA, but then they are not acquired, they are not increased their knowledge, they have not acquired fresh knowledge. Then, sir, okay. Chalo. Now, suppose the company does not intimate the satisfaction. The registrar shall inform the affected parties within 30 days of making the entry in the register of charges. Okay, got it? Then, in case the registrar enters a memorandum of satisfaction in full, he shall issue a certificate of registration of satisfaction of charge in form number CHG5. So when somebody else is informing now, other than the company is intimating, then who are the affected parties in our example? Bank and the company. Both of them will get intimation. If nothing, no objection, then it will be registered and closed. Okay. Now, if any person obtains an order for the appointment of a receiver or person to manage the property which is subject to a charge, or if any person appoints such receiver or person under any power contained in any instrument, notice of such appointment shall be given to the company and the registrar, along with a copy of the order or instrument within 30 days from order of the passing of the order or making of the appointment. See, simple. I am a creditor. Okay? I have filed a suit against you. And I have got an order from the court. Okay? Appointing a receiver or a person to manage the property. Okay? Now, I have not sold it, but I have taken charge. Okay? Now, the receiver has taken charge. So that intimation should be given to the company and the registrar within 30 days. So that will be noted in the register of charges by the registrar. The idea is, suppose a future creditor is coming. He sees now, he will know that this company has not paid and receiver was appointed. And that appointment is valid. So that also becomes part of the history of the charge. Not very important. Where there is a receiver appointed, notice that creditor or that receiver should inform about such appointment within 30 days. Okay. So in case the company does not file the charge or they don't file, then there is a penalty for default. So, see, this is in addition to the charge holder is suffering now. That is for charge not registered. But if the company does not file the charge within the time or does not do anything, then there is a penalty for default by which the company fine 5 lakh rupees, officer 50,000 rupees. Now, finally, Karthik was asking me, suppose the company does not register it at all. That was not what Karthik was asking, but basically his point was there are some circumstances by which I'm not able to do it within 120 days also. What can I do? Then your only way is to go to the central government. Meaning earlier it was the tribunal. Now they have given the power to the regional director. So you go to the regional director, you give him the reason, like you say, sir, we went to the CBI, we went to the ED, CBI said get out and they didn't give me the papers. The papers are not in my hand. See, this is the essence of what Karthik was saying. That is, what Karthik ji was saying was, I'll just read what he is saying. If a company record confiscated by ED or CBI and unable to file the register of charges to ROC, can this be condoned? Yes, it can be condoned. But see, at some point or time or the other, the document you should get it, yeah. You should follow up with the ED, CBI, file at that feet, get the paper, and then under section 87, you have to go to the regional director. So this provision will be applicable when there is a omission in giving intimation to the registrar. So 120 days ho gaya, still you have not registered the charge, then you have to go to the RD. There is the registrar's boss, the ROC ka boss. You go to him, fall at his feet, Shashtangam, and you say, I have done mistakes, it has happened. Or you give your valid reason, yeah, ED took my document, I could not do, or COVID came. See, COVID period was there. Now, when COVID pandemic, initial pandemic time, nearly 3 months, more than that. Am I correct? It was totally more than 3 months, 6 months, 180 days was out. Your life became blank. We don't know what to do. Modi ji told, go home and stay, don't come out. That's all. So our life became blank. So in that time, what can I do? Even the RD would not have come to office. You would have worked from home. So how can I do anything? So some reason you give, and they say there is an omission. In many cases, the ministry itself gave permission. They kept on extending the dates, including charge registration date. They extended during pandemic. But in spite of that, due to see, pandemic is pandemic. Yeah, everybody fell ill, sir. All are in quarantine. Nothing could be done. Company was not working. Something. Okay. Then omission, you go there. Or where there was omission or misstatement of any particulars. So you have filed it, but while filing it, there is some omission in the document. Or something is wrongly stated. I mean, obviously without any intention to commit a fraud, something, see, after all, human being, yeah, not everybody is God, yeah, like you. I am an ordinary human being. I will make mistakes. So when you make the mistake, you go there to, there is the RD and say, sir, please correct the mistake. So the central government shall be satisfied that such default was accidental or due to inadvertence. Inadvertence means unintentional, genuine. Okay, a genuine fault, a genuine mistake. Okay, inadvertence. Or because some other sufficient cause. Are you able to see? That's where I like Karthik's example of ED, CBI and all. It's a sufficient cause, boss. They took it from me, they refused to give. Whenever I go and ask for them, they hit me and they send me out. What can I do? There is CBI. They'll do anything they want. ED, they'll do anything they want. They can use third degree also on me. So what can I do? Finally, you know what? In those cases, you'll be well advised to go to the High Court, jurisdictional High Court on a writ. And direct that. Then the High Court will issue a writ of mandamus to the ED, directing them to give the documents to you. Such cases also there. So finally, when all that is over, it will be 1.5 years. So now you come and give it to him and take it. So then once he is satisfied, they will pass an order. The RD will pass an order directing the registrar to register the charge. Obviously, ad valorem fees all will be there. But then at least you can register the charge. Okay. So this is also there. Imagine such a charge. What will happen to the charge holder? If any other charge is created and registered, that will get priority. Okay. So my fundamental learning from this topic is, please register the charge well in time. Do not delay in registering the charge. Inform the charge holder or tell the charge holder to register it. We will bear the cost like that. Do something so that you are out of the difficulty. Yeah, nowadays, everything as far as Ministry of Corporate Affairs is concerned, everything is online. Everything is online. Okay. So you have to file it online. They are all online nowadays. 100% online. You have to scan, upload. So when you're uploading CHG4, now it will ask you what are the documents in support of your satisfaction. So that will also be, you'll scan it and PDF and upload. Keep on uploading. Then there in MCA, they will go through it on screen. So idea is total digitalization. The government of India under Modi ji, complete digitalization. No paper, no talking, no face-to-face, everything faceless. Okay, go, don't talk to me. File, upload. That's all. So everything is now online. Now this application should be filed in forms CHG8 and should be filed by the company or any interested person, including the charge holder here. And the order of rectification shall be made by the central government. I told you, the regional director will issue an order of rectification. So the RD will not rectify. He is boss. So he will direct the ROC to rectify. Okay? I hope you got the hierarchy here. The regional director will not rectify. He's too big a man. He will direct the ROC to rectify. So the central government may, on an application filed in form CHG date, direct rectification of the omission or misstatement of any particulars previously recorded with the register. Or they can say direct extension of time for filing satisfaction of charge. If such filing is not made within 300 days. So they will say, I'm giving you another 30 days time. Go. File it within that 30 days. Whatever it is. Okay. So this is the final remedy. As Mr. Karthik was asking, if this is there, what happens like that? Yeah. Charge holder means the person who has, charge holder. The person to whom the asset is offered as a security. You got it? The person to whom, you are lending money to the company now. So instead, and the company is giving you a security now. On that asset, a charge is being created now. You are the lender now. You gave the money now. You are the charge holder. Because the charge is now created in your favor. You are the lender. You have lent money. The security is the asset. On that asset, a charge has been created in your favor now. You are the charge holder. Whoever has lent money to the company for which asset has been given as security, charge is created in their favor. Such a person is called charge holder. Okay. Fantastic, Ms. Ashwati Muralidharan. I am reminded you are from southern region. I am reminded of, in those days, my father used to take me to this pravachana, where, in Bhagavata will be telling story, Ramayana story. Okay, the Ramayana story will be given. So my father and I will go and we will be listening to the story. That story, from Rama is born, Balagandam, all the way to Yuddhagandam, Ravana died, Pattabhishekam, over. Then on the way back in the scooter, I will ask my father, Papa, who is this Sita? How she is related to Lakshmana? Or how is she related to Rama? Like that. My father will hit, he's driving the scooter, he will stop the scooter, hit his head with both the hands, and he will say, even you have not understood the relationship between Sita and Rama and Lakshmi, and you have been listening to Ramayana for the whole 4 days. What have you listened to like that? This is my mistake, not your mistake. I should have clearly explained what is charge holder at that time itself. But almost the topic is over. Now you are asking, who is charge holder? What a shame on me that I have not explained this. When we will get notes of this chapter, kal, inshallah, kal. When my secretary will come tomorrow morning, I will tell her, registration charges you upload, she will upload it. Tomorrow you will read it. Okay. Sorry, Aswati, I was just joking. So, any person above the age of 50 will understand my joke. So, in Tamil we say, kada ketittu Sita ki Raman Chitta Pandra Mari, who is charge holder? Good. I hope, Aswati ji, your question is now clarified. No problem. No, don't mistake me. As a student, you are entitled to ask any doubt. And it is my duty to tell you. But I wish you had asked this doubt earlier. So that, 30 slides you have been listening without knowing who is charge holder. Maybe you're thinking, who is the charge holder? Who is the charge holder? What this fellow is telling charge holder, charge holder? Who is the charge holder? Like that. Okay. So, no, bro. Chalo. Now, today, as I told you, no, you have not attended that class. No, my point, Ashwati ji, is why you didn't ask it earlier? That is my question. If you had asked earlier, I would have explained it earlier. So, anyway, thank you for asking now. Today, it is 7:15 and we have completed the topic. So, I have a lot of time, which means I am going to go for some question answers. Okay, going to go for some question answers, which I will now take. First, we will do question answer in charges. Then we will do question answer in acceptance of deposits. I already put up the assignment. Now, for that, we will go for question answers. Thank you, Ms. Ramadevi, for giving that nice point about experience. Yeah, charge is one thing that you have to gain only with experience. Okay. Now, coming to the point, I'm going to put up the questions and you can give the answer. Then I will give the, shall we say, final answer. So this is, no, sorry. We will first do charges. We will first do charges. Okay. Yeah, this is the question. So what you should do, most are multiple choice questions, but for the last two, which are descriptive, the first three are the multiple choice. So feel free to tell. Which of the following is an example of a floating charge? A. Mortgage created on an immovable property. A. That is A. B. A charge created by a truck dealership on all the trucks available for sale in its showroom and godown. C. Pledge of shares owned by the company. D. Hypothecation of a truck by a goods transport company in favor of the financier. So let's see. I want more answers. I want more answers. Suman Goyal says 1B. Ramadevi says 1A. Would you like to relook at it, Ramadevi ji? I will give simple example. When a charge is created on a specific asset, identified and specific asset, it is a fixed charge. When a charge is created on a class of assets with the right of the company to deal with it in the ordinary course of business, floating charge. Yes, Ramadevi now corrected herself. 1B is the correct answer. See, the problem with C is, the word shares is misleading you. Because it is plural, still, it is on certain identified assets. Now, suppose the company is a dealer in shares, buying and selling shares. Normally, bank won't lend for that. That is, on all the shares which I am buying and selling and all. Very, very risky. Bank won't. But here is a clear example. My portfolio is there. Company has the portfolio of shares. So that set of shares are being pledged. Clearly identified asset. So happens that they are not pledging shares of A Limited, shares of B Limited. But basically, what is being pledged is an identified and specific asset. Okay, not one asset, a set of assets. So, hypothecation of a truck by a good transport company in favor of the financier. Exact example I gave you. When a specific truck, which is, see, this guy is going to use it. Okay. When it is done, then it is a. So, when you go to finance also, remember working capital and fixed capital. Okay. See, sometimes I used to ask Rahul Goyal wants to know whether the class can end a little early today. Whether you like or not, it will end a little early today, I think, because once we finish these questions, what else is there? Bye. Okay, so don't worry. So 1B is the correct answer. See, sometimes when I'm asking questions, for entrepreneurs, I conduct workshops on accounts and finance and all. So when I do that, I ask them, cow, COW, is fixed asset or current asset? Fixed asset or current asset? Cow. Fixed asset or current asset? If you really think about it, I cannot answer. It's a gray area. So I'll have to ask you one more question. For what purpose are you owning that cow? For what is the purpose? Are you going to use that cow to milk and sell the milk? Then fixed asset. Or are you in the business of buying and selling cows? Cattle business. You're a cattle dealer. You buy cow, sell cow. Buy cow, sell cow. Then cow is a current asset. So when I'm creating a charge on all the trucks in my godown, current asset. So that way also you can understand. Data, stock and data. Usually, but not always. Usually, but not always. It will be charge will be created on floating charge will be on current assets, whereas fixed charge will be on fixed assets. But don't make this a general rule. I'll tell you. I'll give you one more question, then you will understand. Land. The dhoti example was to help you understand floating and crystallization. One more example I'll give you. This will be very useful to you in your life. See, land means vacant land. Is a fixed asset or current asset? Again, think, for what purpose am I having that land? If I'm using that land for my factory building or my office building, then fixed asset. But if I am a dealer, real estate dealer, realtor, I buy land, I sell land. So, which means fixed or current, fixed or floating will not be based on the nature of the asset, but on the use for which the asset is being put. So this is something you want to remember. So B is the correct answer. Moving on. Okay. B is the correct answer. 2. Meghdut Couriers Limited issued a series of debentures amounting to rupees 3 crores secured against its office building in Bandra, Mumbai, valued at rupees 6 crores. I don't know the Bandra valuations. Please, maybe much more than 6 crores. Okay. This is just a rough estimate. So if somebody is from Mumbai, please don't correct me that Bandra 1 square feet is worth something like that. Or don't tell me. I'm sure Bandra is a very costly area in Mumbai. It is a very costly area in Mumbai. So Meghdut Couriers issued a series of debentures for 3 crores. And those are secured against the office building in Bandra, Mumbai, valued at rupees 6 crores. So the debentures are allotted and the mortgage deed in favor of the debenture trustees was registered with the sub-registrar, Bandra, on 1/7/2020. 1/7/2020. Now, this is a very simple question. Straightforward question. The company should register the charge in form number dash on or before dash. So the answer is, one is the form number, the other is a date. So all form numbers are important. So I look forward to your answers. It's a very straightforward question. Okay. B. 2B. Kiran Shukla says 2B. Let us see. If one more person will give the answer, then I can go to the answer. Many people have given 2B, form CHC9, but in confused date. Very good. See, Ramadevi ji, agreeing that I don't know is a great achievement. Because now you will look it up and next time you will never forget it. You have to count 30 days. That's all. You have to count 30 days. The catch here is debentures. So as you rightly say, B. Okay. B is the correct answer. 2B. So in a way, if you got but again, that's to confuse you only. We have given you CHG9 on or before 2810. Because some of you may be thinking, that you can go for condemnation and all that. The company should register form in form number. So many people are giving 2B, some are giving 2D. Let us see. The answer is B. See, That extra 30 days is the additional fees. The company should register the charge in form number CHC 9 because of debentures within 30 days. So the 30 days will come to exactly 37/2020 whichever time. Okay. C part. What does that mean? C part. Okay, 2B is the correct answer. Now moving on. The same Meghdut Couriers Limited created a further charge on its office building in Bandra, Mumbai, to secure a term loan. So they already issued debentures. Now they're taking term loan, same property. Okay. Of 1 crore. Availed from NestGen Commercial Bank Limited through a mortgage deed executed by both the parties and registered on 1/9/2020. Inadvertently. Inadvertently means due to a genuine mistake. Due to a genuine mistake. No, actually, I will. Tunishka is a good question. Earlier, I told you that you have to not to include 1/7 now. I'm wrong, because the General Clauses Act, when you see that, I will teach you. They are saying where any provision says from one date to another date, from one date to another date, then that from date should not be taken. From the next day you have to start. But here, the law does not say from to. It says within. So within means you have to start from that date. Count 30 days. Sorry. I take back my original wording. I'm very sorry. Okay. So exactly you have to count 30 days. So from 1/7, count 30 days, 37. 1/7 to 30 days. So on or before midnight 37, you have to fill. So I'm sorry about that earlier comment that I gave, but that is applicable only where you say from your date to your date. Then when the time should be counted from date A to date B, you should not include date A. You have to start counting from the next date. But here the section does not say from to. It says within 30 days. So you have to start counting with including that date. So including 1/7, 30 days will end on 37. Thanks for raising that point. And I'm so sorry about it. I should not mislead you. So inadvertently means without any genuine mistake. By a genuine mistake, the company could not get the charge registered with the Register of Companies within the first statutory period. And the default was made known to it by the lending banker with a stern warning to take immediate steps for rectification. Now advise the company regarding the latest date within which it must register the charge with the ROC so as to avoid paying ad valorem fees. So the first period is over. First statutory period is 30 days over. So 1/9. Am I correct? 1/9. Therefore, 30th September over. Fellow has not done. Now the bank is saying, hey, do it. So another 30 days. Another 30 days, which means 30th October. If they file beyond 30th October, they can do so for another 60 days. But they have to pay ad valorem fees. So you have to advise the company the latest date, last date within which it must register the charge with the ROC so as to avoid ad valorem fees. So, which will be the answer? I've actually given you the answer. In my enthusiasm, I have given the answer. Sir, again, I am clarifying. You have to count 30 days, including the date. So the first 30 days will get over on 30th September. So next 30 days will begin on 1st October, end on 30th October. Okay, 30th October. Okay, so C is the correct answer. 29th is given to confuse you, I'm sorry. But 29th, see, that way, 30th is the only correct answer, no? How do you get 3? C is the correct answer. 3D cannot be, because if you file within 3D, see, you are telling another 60 days you are taking. Am I correct? So if you're taking 30, then 3110. So that is 1 day. Then 29th November. Then again 3031. Even if you go by that view, it is 2812. 60 days. Okay. So my suggestion is that you should take into account the fact that they want without ad valorem fee. Beyond 28th December, if you file, you cannot file. You have to go to registrar, regional director and get it done. Okay. Now, this is not a multiple choice question. There will be no choices. You have to give a descriptive. So make it brief. Advice, quick. So, Mr. Parikshit Sharma acquired a building from Serpent Software Solutions Limited. There was a mortgage on the property which was settled directly by Mr. Parikshit Sharma to the lender. So, Parikshit Sharma acquired the building. Okay. There was a mortgage on the property which was settled directly by Parikshit to the lender. Now, so he also ensured that the mortgage deed was cancelled and the fact was noted in the sub-registrar's records. Now, he was told by the company secretary of Serpent Software, Mr. Ramesh Nag, that the company will intimate the registrar, don't worry, sir, we'll take care of it, regarding the satisfaction of charge. That is within 30 days now. But in spite of repeated reminders to Ramesh Nag and even the CEO, Mr. Rajesh Nag, these Nags are not helping Parikshit. Even the mythological Parikshit was suffering from only Nags, that is serpents. Okay, so there was no action. Now, what should Parikshit do? Okay, what are the options available to him? Okay, now this is a descriptive question. So the answer to this question is nothing but 87. He has to go to the registrar, regional director, inform and get the approval and file. Okay, so this is nothing but an answer on the registrar can make entries, 83, with respect to satisfaction and release of charges, even if no intimation has been received by him from the company. In case of any registered charge, if evidence is shown to the satisfaction of registrar that the debt has been satisfied, exact. I'm reproducing the essence of 83 here. That's all. Nothing. No one suggestion. Do not use own words. Wherever possible, try to reproduce section. Okay. That is why I'm giving my PowerPoint presentation contains simplified versions. The words are simplified rather than the complicated words of the bare actor. I'm giving simplified words. So once it is satisfied, he is satisfied, then the registrar may enter in the register of charges a memorandum of satisfaction. Therefore, see, when you're writing an answer to descriptive questions of this nature, you want to also include facts of the case. Here I have not done it, but normally what you should do, one paragraph you should write, Mr. Parikshit Sharma has acquired a building subject to a charge. The charge was cleared by him. But the company, don't write Ramesh Nag, Rajesh Nag and all. The company has failed to intimate satisfaction of charge to the registrar. Then you write this, the law. Then apply. Therefore, Mr. Parikshit Sharma is advised to approach the ROC and produce all the evidence and have the satisfaction noted under section 83. Got it? So this is how you have to write the answer for a descriptive question. OK Bank Limited lent rupees 4 crores to Serpent Software Solutions Limited. Again, the same company, the same Nags, against the security of the company's fixed assets. The charge was supposed to be registered in time, and in spite of repeated reminders from the bank, the company secretary, who is he, that fellow Ramesh Nag, has not registered the charge. Okay, 135 days have expired from the date of creation of charge. Can the bank proceed to register the charge in spite of the inordinate delay? So this is a question on rectification. So 78, where the company fails to register the charge, it may be registered by the charge holder. But if the charge, see here the problem is 135 days have expired. So you are only 120 days. So now you have to go to the regional director. Okay. So as a charge holder should go and register it. He can. But in addition to that, he has to get you should pay ad valorem fees and all that. All that can be recovered. And the company is still punishable. Now, are you able to see? This is a question combined with 78 and 87 because you should also see this is a case where there is a delay in filing by the company, failure by the company. Beyond the due date, 137 days gone. Now, what can the bank do? Bank can do it themselves, provided they go under 87, then all that blah, blah, blah. So once it is over, the bank will get it registered. Okay. So all this you have to write. So this question, in the examination may carry 4 marks to 6 marks. 4 marks it will carry. You have to write all this. Write only simple sentences. Don't write page by page, pages and pages. Simple sentences. Every sentence should add to your answer. Don't write gupsap. Don't write waste of time. This is not university exam. So CA exam. Don't write gupsap. Don't write waste of, don't this, that, blah, blah, blah. Straight to the point. Unless, you are making a comment, statement that has an additional value for the answer. Then do it. But otherwise, don't waste your time writing stories. Okay. But suggestion, give a brief statement of fact, then write the law, then write the law, then apply the law to the fact, and then, okay. So this is the idea. Friends, I'm going to do one more thing. I'm going to go for acceptance of deposits, wherein I want to ask you some more questions. This is the no, Rituraj Varmane, you are in a big mood today for giving jokes. Serpents need not crawl. Bank has to crawl. Serpents are escaping. Serpents will crawl. But in this case, they are not doing. Both the nags are not doing. So you are the lender, you have to go and crawl or do whatever has to be done. Okay. Got it? The charge holder has to do, not the serpents. Serpents are not doing it. That is why. So you have to do it. If you are interested in protecting your loan, you have to do it. Okay. I think today Rituraj Honmane is in a jovial mood. Continuously is asking only jovial questions. Anyway, not denying you your right to be funny, but if you understand the subject and being funny, that is different. So this is question number 1. Yeah, in question number 5, you should not only discuss, question number 5 is a dual question. 1, you have to explain that charge holder can himself register, if so, he can recover the charges and all that. And the company is still liable for punishment. And second part of it is, you have to tell how they can do it. That is 87. That is power of central government to rectify. Both have to be covered. Yeah. So this is very simple. Answer is 1A. Okay. 1A is the correct answer. Eligible company as per 76, which is accepting deposits within the limits specified under section 181C, may accept deposits by means of ordinary resolution. Absolutely correct. Beautiful. Question number 2. Every company shall pay a penal rate of interest at whatever percentage for the overdue period in case of deposits both secured and unsecured, matured and claimed but remaining unpaid. Because there could be a classic category of unclaimed deposits, unpaid and unclaimed. Unclaimed deposit, I cannot do anything. For that, there's a separate rule. When you come to declaration of dividend, the faculty will teach you what will happen to unclaimed dividend, unpaid, including deposits maturing but not claimed. So here the case is where it is matured and claimed, but it's remaining unpaid by the company, fault of the company. Then what is the penal rate of interest they have to pay? I think the penal rate itself should take you to the right answer. Penal rate is 2D. 18% is the correct answer. 2D. One thing about MCQ is answering MCQ is very easy. Answering MCQ is very easy. Because all you have to do is shade or write 1B, 1D like that. You don't have to give your English knowledge. Lack of English knowledge will be easy there because you need not write anything. You just have to write the alphabet. But the level of question would be such that your knowledge of the law and the provision should be accurate. You cannot afford it to be wrong. Because, see, if it's a descriptive answer and you write one thing wrong, you will get marked for the remaining parts. But if it is a multiple choice question now, if you get it wrong, you get it wrong. Straight away. Okay. There will be no mark for your logic, reasoning, nothing. So if you get it wrong, wrong, that's all. Minus marks or whatever. So the correct answer is 1D. Okay. A reserve account that shall not be used by the company for any purpose other than repayment of deposits is called whatever. No, to answer Varun's question, this is not my last class. You will be having other topics also. I will be taking other topics due to certain my travel. I'm going abroad and all, so I may not be able to handle for some topics. Other topics I'll take. Don't worry. Some of the other topics I'll take. Definitely I'll take. To my knowledge, I'll be taking accounts, audit, management, and administration. I'll take. I don't know if it's a good thing or bad thing. I'll be taking. I'll go back to question 5. Date of charge was not given. Just give. I'll check out. Yeah, if you are to be on the safe side, if you want to give, you can give. Because after, madam, let me come to the point. See, I'll answer your, Tunishka, I will answer your question a little later. Huh? But as of now, let us finish this. Huh? So 3. See, this is deposits now. So it cannot be A, debenture. Huh? So A is out. It cannot be A. CRR, definitely it cannot be. Now, CRR is created for a totally different purpose. Now, it is created when you are redeeming preference shares or buying back shares. Definitely, it cannot be free reserves also. So, and the only answer which has deposit in it is B. So, even if sometimes, when I'm not very much aware of the subject due to my own ignorance, still, I can use the method called elimination method in MCQ. I will use a method called elimination. See, I have written a MCQ. The only time I wrote multiple choice question in my life means for exam was, when I was writing the paper for my CISA, for my Certified Information Systems Auditor exam conducted by the ICAI, USA. So there it was a multiple choice question. So 200 questions, 4 hours. So 200 questions, 4 hours. Yeah, you're right. 200 questions, 4 hours. So we used to pay $400. So that they used to pay $200 was the exam fee. So $1 per question. You got it wrong, you got $1 out. So you negative marking all that. So at that time only, and that was a tougher paper, not a paper where you can simply mug up some board of studies thing or whatever and then go there and write, you'll get. No. It will be taken very practically. It is set by information systems auditor across the world to test people who want to become CISA, certified CISA, information auditor. So the paper is very tough. So in that, sometimes I used to prepare well. I got 79 percentile, not percentage, percentile. I cleared first attempt. But the point is, 1 or 2 questions you will be a little worried. Hey, what to do? There I used to use the elimination method, where what I will do, I will eliminate the obvious non-guys. So 50-50 it will come. Then finally, out of the remaining 2 options, I'll try to use some logic and okay. The idea was at least, you take a chance and you might get 1 mark. Fourth, where depositors so desire, deposits may be accepted in joint names not exceeding So the correct answer is 3B. 3B is the correct answer. Question 4. Do you remember this? In one slide, it is there. Yeah. 4B. 4B. 2 is tempting, but the correct answer is 3. 2 is tempting, but the correct answer is 3. C and D definitely out. Elimination wise, C and D will go, which will leave only A and B. Now, between A and B, if you know the correct answer, it is 3. C. 4B, correct answer. 5. Normally, no deposits are repayable earlier than how many months? It's very easy. Very easy. See, 3 months is company cannot accept deposits for less than 3 months. Cannot accept less than 6 months, but it can accept less than 6 months, but not less than 3 months for short-term requirements. Okay, that is 3 months. Otherwise, the correct answer is 5B, 6 months. 5B. Okay, 5B is the correct answer, not A. 5B is the correct answer. Okay. So with this, we have completed the questions also. What I'm going to do is, I'm going to keep the class open. I'm going to just keep the class open for a little more time in case you have a question. Now, Tunishka was asking about, see, in this case, Parikshit Sharma, that first Meghdut ka first charge, the first day, the charge was registered on 1/9/2020. Okay. Now, the same serpent solutions. Now, are you able to understand? That is, sorry, Parikshit, you're talking about fifth question, right? So, okay, here you are saying that the question does not give charge, date of charge. So, that's a good point. Okay. So, that is why you're getting 135 days now. Okay. So, yeah, okay. If you are, yeah, I agree with you, Turishka ji, that this question could have some doubts. So, you can make an assumption that the charge was created after 2/11/2018. Makes good point. You can make that point. Because 2/11/2018, even then, if you're writing the exam in 2024 AD, believe me, that won't be relevant. And anyway, 135 days, you have to go on 87 only. Whether it is 2018 or whether it is whatever, you have to go through 87, whether you like it or not. Because 300 days will be easily over. So, but still, if you are very particular about it, kindly take it as 2/11. Always remember, if you are writing an exam, that exam date becomes relevant. So, when the exam card date would be 24 May, then 135 days would be relatable to that only. So, definitely that means that it is after 1/11/2018. 2/11/2018. If you still want to make that assumption, please go ahead. The examiner will be very happy. This lady knows, they won't know whether a man or woman, but this person knows. Wow, great, like that. Good, nothing wrong. Boss, if you all have any other doubts, normally you ask me doubts, I don't have time. Today, as though we have a lot of time, so kindly ask me any doubts you have. If at all you have, for another 5 minutes, you can take. Ask me any doubt. 10 minutes, you take. Ask me any doubts. I'll give a small break. 5 minutes ka break, then another 5 minutes. During the 10 minutes, please put up any questions that you have in the query pad. Whatever answer I can give you, I'll give you. Okay. This time, let us use it effectively. Then if you have no questions in after 10 minutes, also no questions are coming, then I will have to close the class and say bye. So somebody was asking about Sunday. What is that? Mm-hmm. Boss, Mr. Rajit Kumar. Okay, thank you. Now, I am getting only two questions here as of now, which is one is a very, very general question regarding the 1992 scam. Okay. So, see, you should understand that Harshad Mehta was not a stockbroker. Just to give you a quick, since you are asking scam doubt, it is important to know. It is because I was very much active in the stock exchange during Harshad Mehta scam period. I'll tell you. Because I quit Price Waterhouse in 1991. And then I had made some money. And my brother-in-law and I were jointly investing our surplus money in market. So we made good money. In those days, we each made 4 lakhs. It was big amount at the time. It was a big amount. 4 lakhs in 1992 was a big amount for us. At least for ordinary people like me, it was big amount when we came out. I'll tell you that story. That is different. But the point is, Harshad Mehta thing was going on. Now, what Harshad Mehta was doing was, Harshad Mehta was not a stockbroker. Harshad Mehta was a money market broker. He was a money market broker. So what does that fellow do now? He will be the agent for many banks. See, all the banks have to maintain something called cash reserve ratio. This is also CRR. Somebody was saying, like CRR, cash reserve ratio. I think Ramja or somebody was saying, CRR, cash reserve ratio. That is liquid ratio. So just like, for debentures, we are asked to maintain 15% of the total debentures to be redeemed. In before 30th April, we have to deposit. Now, like that, banks have to calculate a percentage of their deposits maturing. And that amount they have to maintain with the Reserve Bank of India. Okay. Now, instead of maintaining it in money, they were allowed to buy government securities and lock it. So, they can either hold it in money, as a balance in the account, or they can hold it as treasury bonds. That ledger, see, all the banks will have one ledger account with the Reserve Bank of India. That ledger was called subsidiary general ledger, which, see, once our friend Harshad Mehta becomes the agent, the bank will give him power of attorney to operate the SGL, subsidiary general ledger. Okay. Which means they trusted him and they did it. Which means, imagine, friends, the amount of volume is not in lakhs or even 1 crore, 2 crore. Single transaction will be 30 crore, 5 crore, 6 crore, like that. One transaction. So central bank will tell Harshad Mehta to buy 5 crore. So he will go to the market and buy 5 crore worth of treasury bond and he will get it credited into the SGL. Then again, 3 days later, central bank will say, sell. So man will sell it. And that money, he will get it. Then he will have to credit it to the SGL. Now, what our friend did, he played with the SGL. Meaning, suppose he is selling, he will take the sale proceeds from an earlier sale and he will push it as sale of this one. Like that, he was cheating the banks. And he got money out of the system. He got 300 crore out of the system. That 300 crore, this one invested it in the shack market. So that was a double scam. So that is the SGL is nothing but the account maintained by each bank with the Reserve Bank of India. That account was operated by Harshad Mehta, especially State Bank of India account. Huge account. The transactions are huge and nobody was reconciling it. So Harshad Mehta coolly was siphoning funds from the banking system and that money he was using to fund his operations. How he will buy some useless company ka share, he will, through his Benami companies, he will buy. And then suddenly he will create a false news that that company is going to revive. Karnataka Ball Bearings was one example. Like that, I can give you 3 or 4 companies, which myself and my brother-in-law never touched. Any Harshad Mehta counter, I won't even go. So But many fools will buy. Arshad Mehta, big bull, so we will buy. So Karnataka ball bearing stock, he will buy. Then 15 brokers together, they will play that script. They'll buy, sell, buy, sell. Slowly, they will increase the price. So that in the market, it will look as if trading is there in that company and the company's share is going up. So the minute people see the price going up, the Bakras will go buy. Then finally, once the price reaches a certain level, the entire Harshad Mehta group will sell it to the public. Huge amount. Not that company is not worth that. They will come out, they'll take the money. Again, they will rotate it. Some amount he will pay back to the banks, means he will recredit. Some amount again he will use for some other company. Like that they were doing. This is the actual Harshad Mehta scam. What happened was one fine morning, the State Bank of India, one officer, he started reconciling the SGL with the actual RBI SGL with their ledger. And they found that there's a huge discrepancy. So immediately audit was called, then that's all. Harshad Mehta got arrested. So this is the real story of 1992 scam. So the bank receipt was nothing but, see, whenever this guy buys, he will issue a bank receipt on behalf of the bank. The beauty is, same type of a scam was done by Ketan Parekh. Exactly 10 years later, 2002. Ketan Parekh does 2000.com, where on all the IT companies, this fellow did. Ketan Parekh did. Same, almost same. He took all the cooperative banks for a ride with gold receipts, bogus gold receipts. So that money got siphoned into the market. So in spite of that, but luckily, post 1992, SEBI came into the play. And SEBI took 10 years to sort of wake up. But after Ketan Parekh scam, SEBI became very tough. After that, see, take 2002. Now we are in 2022. Almost 2 decades, we have not had any major scam like Ketan Parekh or Harshad Mehta. Okay. So that is how both Harshad Mehta and Ketan Parekh created stock bubble. After that, no stock bubble could be created thanks to SEBI, because SEBI controls it now very thoroughly. And the stock exchange is also becoming intelligent. And today it is an online market. You cannot play. See, the minute your counter starts moving up suddenly, SEBI is watching. So they will see why, any reason like that. Then if they find that it is suspicious, immediately they'll put what is known as a circuit breaker. Meaning, that price of the share throughout the day, you cannot buy or sell 5% above or below. So there will be a control. Then they will call the concerned brokers and they will ask, what are you doing? Why are you buying the share? What is happening here? So that way there are a lot of... So I don't know, boss. 24, 25, really, we don't know. I don't think there is any possibility of a scam. See, in 2007, there was a huge boom in the market. Genuine boom. Genuine boom. So what happened was, before Harshad Mehta scam, I got suspicious about the market. So I told my brother-in-law, boss, around 1991, I told my brother-in-law, boss, this looks very dangerous, man. Let us sell and get out. So my brother-in-law said, no, I believe in the market. I said, please go ahead. Then I sold all my share, my portion of that portfolio. I asked him to sell it and give me my money. So he gave me money and I took the money, came out, I did something with my life and went on practicing, blah, blah, blah. But he continued, of course, he sold it, he did something and all. Then in Ketan Parekh scam, he got totally screwed. Because once I walked out of the market in Harshad Mehta period, 92, I never came near the market till 2002. For 10 years, I did nothing. I only spent my time running my practice, earning money, putting it in mutual funds, slowly. So, and I escaped Ketan Parekh scam. I escaped. No, I was not in the market at all. I was not owning any of the shares. So by the time DP also had come, so in first time in 2002, when the market was totally collapsed, absolute collapsed market, I entered. And many people told I was a fool because market is collapsed, don't go now. But I bought shares at dead cheap prices. At dirt prices I got, which nobody can buy now. Imagine also. For example, Reliance Industries Limited, 250 rupees. I bought. 125, 250 rupees. Reliance Industries Limited. I bought. Okay. My only regret today, if you ask me, is in 2002, if I had more money, I would have bought more shares of those kind. Okay. So, Sundaram Finance, 90 rupees. Can't even imagine now. Okay. Why I'm telling this, not to waste your time, since you're asking a question, I'm telling this is what happened in Harshad Mehta. Yeah. On page 6.7, Kindly explain the para given in your box. I'll see. Page 6.7. Let me take it. This is regarding that property which is outside India. It's not very important, but since you are asking a specific question, I will answer it. Hmm? Suppose if the property is in India, then who will have to sign? Okay, who will have to verify the certificate? That it says in case the instrument relates to a property which is solely situated outside India, the copy can be verified by a certificate issued under the hand of some person other than the company. See, the idea is the property is situated outside India, so you may not be able to get the sign from the charge holder and all. So, but you have to intimate now within the time. So they are saying so long as the company does not sign, other than the company, any authority can sign it and verify it, then you can upload the charge. This is for a property which is situated outside India. That's all. Not a big deal. Even now, if you don't understand it, Tunishka, nothing will happen. Don't worry about it. But if you property situated outside India, who will sign? Charge holder should sign. Suppose you not get the charge holder, then some person other than the company who is interested in the mortgage, so can sign. This is because foreign law we do not know who will sign now. So they are saying so long as it is person other than the company who is interested in the mortgage, they sign. That's all. Okay. Whereas wholly situated outside India, then wholly situated outside India. How it can be partially situated in India, I don't know. Maybe Bangladesh property, Pakistan property may be there. Partly in India, partly in Pakistan. Okay. Other than Bhutan, Nepal, all of the countries having sharing a border. Otherwise, how can it be situated partly in India and partly outside India? Anyway, I hope I have answered. Thing. I can't start a new chapter today. I'll be closing today, so no new chapter. Next chapter will be taken on Tuesday, which will be accounts and audit. No class on Sunday. Uh, okay, on page 6. No, I hope I have not wasted your time with the Harshad Mehta scam details. But sometimes you should also have general knowledge. General knowledge is also needed. Company should credit 20% that was maturing in following year deposit. Sir, I already gave you an example for debentures. Do you remember? For debentures, I given an example. You calculate which are all the deposits are maturing before 31st of March. Suppose, for example, you are now you are in November. Now, let's go. 24 March. Okay. So, before 30th April 24, before 30th April 24, you have to check up what are all the deposits maturing on or before 31/3/25. Only those deposits are maturing on or before 31/3/25. On those deposits, you calculate the value, not total that amount. On that, you calculate 20%. And that amount should be deposited in the deposit repayment reserve account with the scheduled bank on or before 30th April 2024. Okay. I think Rituraj Anmane is being very, very emotional today. No need to put my feet and all, sir. Seriously. See, if at all you are serious about that respect you are thinking now, it should be in the heart only. Let the respect for the teacher be in the heart. And again, remember, Guru is one man in the world who will not demand anything from you, except one good news I will expect. Many students give me that good news. When they clear the exam, they send a message. They say, sir, I've cleared the exam. So that gives me a lot of joy. So that joy you have to give me. That is the only repayment you can give to your Guru. So money will never satisfy the Guru. Means money, Guru doesn't want money. Okay, because if I want money, I have many ways of earning that money. But one thing which will give me extraordinary joy, every time, when message comes after the exam, many students will keep sending messages. So my WhatsApp message will be full. So they say, pass the exam, sir, pass the exam. Feel so happy. So give me that joy. Okay. So with this, I don't have any more questions. RBI tightened this unsecured loans given by the banks. Yeah, see, that will not, see, generally banks are not giving unsecured loans so easily, sir. So this is a discretionary power they rarely use. No public sector bank will give unsecured loan. So, because very dangerous. Private sector banks may give once in a while. But what is happening is many private banks are giving what is known as personal loans. These are all personal loans given very, very small amounts, 5 lakhs, 10 lakhs, but distributed over a large group. More so, where these are all professionals employed, IT companies and all, where they have salary and all that. But still, there is a very good chance that these loans can become NPA, non-performing asset, and the banks can lose. So the bank will get higher rate of interest on these loans. So the greedy banks, they will keep giving more unsecured loans. These are basically personal loans. You might be getting calls now every day. They'll keep calling. Sir, I keep getting every day 15 calls will come. Sir, we are practicing CA. Where will I run away? My certificate of practice will be. So they generally CAs are good for it. So they will ask, sir, you want any emergency loan? I'll give you 13%. I asked them, if you can give me for 8%, I will take it. No, sir. They'll keep the phone down. So that is why the banks are greedy. So in their own greed, they will lose money. They will become NPA. So to protect them, the RBI is saying, hey, control. But other than that, this will have nothing on. See, if you are a genuine borrower with a good property, good project, that is not affected. Only people who have no property, people who have no security, mostly they are wasting that money, or they will take this unsecured loan from the bank and invest it in the stock market. The double whammy, where he will invest it in the stock. So one side debt at high cost, 13% debt. So he has to earn it from the market. The minimum market return should be 24, 22. Suppose the market collapses, gone. This fellow will commit suicide or he'll run away. Bank will not get the money. So that is why they are doing this. Para just below. Why not? I will see, since you are 6.6. Para just below the note. I'm not able to locate it. Can you be a little more specific in your questions, Tanishka ji? One para just below the note. What note? Note. When a charge is created by deposit at title dates, I think I explained it during my class. I elaborately explained it. See, many times, there will be a registered mortgage. That means the mortgage deed will be registered. But many times, banks, they will say, no need to register the mortgage. We will just deposit the title deeds. Meaning what? See, suppose you own a house property, that property you would have bought. So in your favor, there will be a sale deed. That is your sale deed. Then your previous owner would have got the property, right? Sometimes that parent deed also will be there. That is called parent deed. Now, original parent deed and your deed will be given to the bank as a security. So the bank will take physical possession of the original deed and they will keep it. This is called deposit of title deeds. I told you, that is called the equitable mortgage. Okay. And that is under section 58F of the Transfer of Property Act, it is permitted. So banks will accept it. And if that is so, that is also creation of charge. So that there will be a document called Memorandum of Deposit of Title Deeds. That will be registered with the sub-register. That document has to be, this is the meaning of that paragraph. When a charge is created by deposit of title deeds, there won't be a registration of the mortgage deed. There will be only deposit of title deeds. So that the fact that the title deeds have been deposited with the bank will be noted in a memorandum. It's a kind of an affidavit. And that affidavit will be registered with the sub-register. So that in case future somebody wants to lend, this fact that MODD is there will be recorded in the encumbrance certificate. So that is not a proper mortgage. It is a equitable mortgage. It is called equitable mortgage, section 58 within bracket F of the Transfer of Property Act. Okay, that's what it is. Okay. I hope I have clarified, madam. Yeah. In fact, I gave an example of this in one of my problems, deposit of title deeds. While registering the charge, the loan agreement along with security agreement has to be filled. Absolutely. Whatever instrument is creating the charge will have to be given. Okay. For example, if you're a house, if you're buying a van, buying a motor vehicle, the hypothecation agreement has to be filed. You know, it's not registered anywhere. It is not registered anywhere, but the agreement has to be filed. Okay. Because that is the instrument evidencing the charge. Fantastic. We had a wonderful discussion today. Aaj to I will not be starting. See, hardly half an hour I cannot teach anything. So today I will not take any more topic. But on 28th, I will do it. 4.87 MCQ. Well, just give me 1 minute. I will take it up. If I can answer it today, I will answer it, sir. Otherwise, I will take time and do it. 4.87. 87. Let us see. 4.87. Sarvodaya Urban Nidhi Limited has 14 crore and 6 crore and paid up equity and preference share. Balance in retained earnings is 2.5. Equity share having face value at 10 rupees, while preference shares is 100. Surya and Chandan own 11 lakh to 5 lakh 6,000 shares respectively. Under the recent pays both companies directly affect the rates attached to preference shares. The voting rates of Mr. Surya and Chandan. So Surya and Chandan won 11 lakh 20,000 shares. 11 lakh 20,000 and 5 lakh 60,000 shares. Context of directly affect the rights of the preference shares. Surya and Chandan in person. Not even I'm not very clear on this. That is, it's not clear whether Surya and Chandan are owning preference shares or equity shares. So when it affects, so we shall, if you presume that they are only preference shareholders, then the voting right in percentage term. So I don't know if you are taking that Surya and Chandan own 11 lakh 20,000, 5 lakh 60 on the preference share capital. So 14 crore and 6 crore equity and preference. So 6 crore equity. Now on that 6 crore equity, these guys are holding 11 lakh 20,000, 5 lakh shares. So unless we know whether it is preference or equity, how will I answer this question? I don't know. I will revert back to you on this. Otherwise, it's a matter of computing percentage. It's a matter of dividing. So the question is whether should I divide by 14 or 6? I'm not able to understand. So kindly permit me to take this on advisement. I'll get back to you. Otherwise, it's a matter of logic-wise. It's a matter of percentage. Just have to. So if it is equity share, I will simply multiply 11 lakh 20 into 10. 1 crore 12 lakhs. 1 crore 12 lakhs. Add one more zero. Make it 1 crore 12 lakhs divided by 14 crore into 100, like that. Similarly, this one, 56 lakhs divided by 14 crore into 100. See the percentage and answer accordingly. It's a little bit not clear to me as to which is what. If I know that, I will give an answer immediately. But Mr. Srinivasan, correct answer is one thing. Understanding the logic is another. So the logic here is, what is the percentage? That's all. That you can easily calculate now. So that information regarding retained earnings is irrelevant. That is not relevant at all. Okay, that is not relevant for the answer. Chalo. Now, Lokesh is very much eager to know, will you take class on Sunday? No. Okay, I will not take. Next class is on Tuesday. Whether there will be class on Sunday, you check out with BOS. Whether I will take the class or not, no. Okay. Tuesday is the next class. Then, inshallah, we'll be starting the next topic, which would be, I think, accounts of companies. I will be taking accounts of companies. Why, how, and all, you don't ask me. I will be taking accounts. Okay. Tuesday. Okay. Good. Nice. We had a great evening. Wish you all the very best. Look forward to meeting you in future classes. Good night. Sir, class over, sir.